comic friends, or people with hair. Welcome to Wednesday, April 15th, 2020's PowerPoint. This presentation is going to take you through the PowerPoint presentation for Wednesday. And this will also lead me into questioning you like it's a preschool television show like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or Blue's Clues. I may sound ridiculous at times, but it's also going to help you learn, much like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Blue's Clues, if you're still watching that, did. So it should be fun, should be entertaining, just like the other day's PowerPoint. This one will be a little bit louder for those people who need it louder. All right, so I'm going to go into it. I'm going to start with our PowerPoint. At times I might break away and sound like it's 3 different videos because it may actually be 3 different videos. Make sure that there are times in which I tell you to click an assignment. You need to click an assignment. So what you need in front of you is you need a PowerPoint. All right, so you need the PowerPoint that is labeled Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. You will also need your My Book 2, as well as a pencil, your grammar book, and more. So we're making sure that we are filling out the forms that are associated, as well as the docs that are associated. Each student will get their own Google form and their own Google Doc throughout this presentation. So make sure you're checking that out, getting on it, and getting the work done. All right, so we're going to start with our reminder when you go into your reading section. Hey, girl, hey. As you go into your reading section, for a theme, you need to use your My Book and the story about the dreams and the movie In My Pillow. All right, you need to read that to answer the questions. All right, so when you get down to the reading section of this video, make sure that you have your My Book 2 ready to complete this assignment with me. So make sure you're reading over the poems to answer your questions. All right, that is the best way for you to work and the best way to answer some questions to help you out. Use your My Book, use your resources. If you can't find your My Book 2, it is on the Google Classroom under the movie In My Pillow. You can click on that on Google Classroom and it will bring you to Ed My Friend and the story will be there for you. All right, so reminder, you need your My Book for this section. So today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. Yesterday was April 14th, and it was also the birth date of D. Willie. So happy birthday, D. Willie. If you're seeing this on your birthday, that's great. If you're not, and you're seeing it on Wednesday, just wanted to let you know I'm thinking about you today. So this is your PowerPoint for Wednesday, which you should have gotten on Google Classroom at this point. Your goal is to read and complete any links in this PowerPoint. Links are always going to be underlined, and I'm always going to have an arrow pointing to them. All right, so first off, we are in Module 8, Week 1. All right, the other day we talked about perfect tenses. Today we're going to talk about past perfect tenses. A past perfect tense is going to use the word had, H-A-D, as your helping verb. The main verb is written in the past tense always. All right, so the helping verb and the main verb together form this past perfect tense. All right, we have to remember that the helping verb and the main verb are always together, like peanut butter and jelly, like spaghetti and meatballs. Helping verb, main verb, always next to each other. All right, they're always together. All right, so we have to make sure that we're checking out our past perfect tense. All right, so we always need that helping verb of had, and that main verb has to be in past tense. How do I know a verb's in past tense? Well, most of them will end in that letters of ed. All right, so if it's a normal past tense verb, it will end in ed. For this case, our past tense verb is gathered. That'd be our main verb. Our helping verb here is had. All right, so had gathered would make it past perfect. All right, so let's continue to check this out. Let's do some work together. All right, so we're going to do some work together. I'm going to complete the work here and in my notebook. So I don't have my notebook on me. I know you do. So I'm going to complete some work here. All right, and I want you to do work with me and then check your answers afterwards. All right, so there's going to be a point in this slide. I'm going to say pause the video. It's not right now. Don't pause yet. Don't pause me. I hope I'm not paused. All right, so let's look at number 1. It says to choose the correct main verb to make the sentence into a past perfect tense. Look at that. I have had as my helping verb, had as my helping verb, had as my helping verb, had as my helping verb. So if I'm past perfect, had is always going to be that helping verb here. All right? So I'm just choosing my main verb, and my main verb has to be in past tense to have this make sense. All right, so my main verb here is wonder. All right, and I want to make sure wonder may be in past tense. Let's see. They had wander through the woods all alone, or they had wandered through the woods all alone. Let's see. Wander is not past tense. Wandered is. So I'm going to circle wandered as my answer. You can write this in your notebook if you need to. All right, so let's look at number 2. All right, number 2. She had, is it discovered a bear in a cave? Let's think. So had is my helping verb. Is discover past tense or is discovered past tense? Go ahead, say it out loud. Good job. Discovered is past tense. So I'm going to circle discovered, and I knew that was past tense because it ends in ed, or ed, who is my friend. All right, so make sure that you're checking that out. So right now I want you to pause the video. Complete numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, you're making sure that your main verb is in past tense. Some are tricky, so check it out. Pause the video. I'm sorry, you're hearing my wife and Carson upstairs playing. All right, so here are my answers. All right, and as I said, wandered would be my answer. They had wandered through the woods all alone. She had discovered a bear in a cage. Good job. We did that together. All right, number 3 through 8 we have not done yet. We had wanted to run, but we didn't. Wanted is past tense. Someone had told him to make a lot of noise to scare the bear. Told is the past tense. Good job. Good work. All right, number 5. Nobody had mentioned. Good. What to do if a bear attacks. Great work. Number 6. I had hoped. Good job. Our walk would not be dangerous. Number 7. Mom had packed. P-A-C-K-E-D. Ed, my friend. Extra water in our bags. And number 8. The bear had torn through our snacks in a second. Great job, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm glad you checked over your answers because right now we are going to practice. So this is Grammar 3.5.2. And while you can do this in your grammar book, I need the answers on the Google form. So what you need to do is you need to click the Google form and it will pop up as 3.5.2. Internet slowly working, just like it would be at your house, I think. All right, so here's 3.5.2. Write your name, as you all know me as Mr. Taylor Swift or Mr. Key. Or sorry, Master Key. All right, so 3.5.2, we have our past perfect tenses with the word had as the helping verb. So we're going to make sure had is used each time. All right, and then we have to change what's in parentheses to its past tense. So if we're looking at number 1, all right, number 1, it says we stop fishing after the lake froze over. So I have to make number 1 into a past perfect tense. So no matter what, I need to use my helping verb of had. All right, so in this case, we had fishing when the lake froze over. Good job. So let's change stop into its past tense verb. How do I do that? Good job. I add ed. All right, in this case, I have to add 2 P's. So we had stopped fishing when the lake froze over. Good work. So make sure you're checking that out. Make sure you're doing all of the work here. Had is used to help you and help the verb. It is a helping verb to the main verb that's in parentheses. Remember, you have to change the main verb into its past tense form. So what I want you to do is on the Google form, I want you to complete it now. And then I want you to press the word submit. When you submit it, that is you working for the day. So pause the screen and complete your Google form. When you're done completing your Google form, you can play the screen again. Welcome back, girls and boys. So we are in critical vocabulary, and we are in the reading portion of today. For this reading portion and for vocabulary, I'm simply just going to go over the words because Monday's PowerPoint, we did the words, we did the definitions, and we used an example sentence. All right, so for today, I'm going to say the word, and then I want you to say it out loud enough to scare whoever's at home. Don't scare whoever's at home unless you really want to. So, number one, our first word is yearning. Say it. Number two, our word is civil. Say it. Number three, our word is flourishing. Say it. Number four, our word is fortunate. Say it. Number five, our word is dedicate. Say it. Number six, our word is relatives. Say it. And number seven, finally, our word is discarded. Say it. Good work, girls and boys. So, I'm not going to have a vocabulary page up for you with these words for this week because I do have a couple pages I want you to complete as well. Those pages have to do with homophones and homographs, for one. So, a homophone is a word that's pronounced the same as another word, but has a different meaning. All right, so what I want you to do in your ELA notebook is I want you to copy that a homophone is a word that's pronounced the same as another word, but has a different meaning or spelling. In this case, a homophone, we have our three theirs. They're going to buy their tickets when they get there. This there is they are going to buy their tickets. That's a possessive, when they get there, and that is a place. All right, so that is a homophone. They are spelled different, but they're pronounced the same as another word. So make sure you're writing that in your notebook. Good job. All right, so a homograph is a word that has more than one meaning and or pronunciation. All right, in this case, I would never desert you in the middle of a desert. All right, so if we're looking at this, I would never desert you in the middle of the desert. That would mean leave behind in the middle of that desert place. All right, so that's a homograph. So I want you to write that definition in your ELA notebook. All right, that is a homograph. So I want you to write that definition and that example and pause the screen now. All right, welcome back, girls and boys. So when you see or hear words that look or sound the same as another word, remember to look or listen for context clues to help you determine the meaning of the word. All right, so if we're looking, number three, for my art project, I'm going to project an image on the wall. Is that a homophone or a homograph? Good work. That's a homograph. They're spelled the same, but their pronunciation is different. All right, so number four, what's the best way to weigh a cat? Is that a homophone or a homograph? Good job. That's a homophone. They sound the same, but they have different meanings or spellings. Good work. All right, so we're going to check out our next slide as soon as I get my arrow up. Oh, sorry. We're going to practice. So we're going to click the link and practice this in a Google form. This Google form is going to be a little different than you're used to. All right, so I want you to write your name. In this case, my name is Master Key. I am in the homeroom of Mr. Key. All right, so it says choose the correct word from the box to complete each sentence. So here are my words from the box. All right, 1 through 10. And all I did this time was put number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're going to have to go back and answer them. So if it says number 1, Eliza plays flute in the middle school. What? Is it ceiling, weather, band, metal, throne? Oh, look, I have different spellings of those. So she plays flute in the middle school. Is that... So we know that's band. Which band is it? Is it B-A-N-D or B-A-N-N-E-D? Good work. It's B-A-N-D. B-A-N-D. I'd fill it in, and then I continue my Google form, and then I'd press submit. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to pause this video, and then come back to it come back to the PowerPoint slide once you're finished. So I want you to pause the video, complete the Google form, and then come back to the PowerPoint or the video. Welcome back. So, on top of homophones and homographs, we're actually also going to use prefixes. And we're going to look at the prefixes of uni, U-N-I, or mono, which kind of mean the same thing. And we have bi and tri. All right, so uni and mono, bi and tri. All of these have to do with a number. All right, so if we see these prefixes in the beginning of the word, they're going to change the meaning of a certain word. In this case, the prefix is the word part that's added to the beginning of a base word to change its meaning. So learning these common prefixes can help you understand the meaning of words. So my word UNI or MONO, mono and uni, or united, all right? That means one, all right? The number 1, okay? So if I have united, unicycle, unicorn, monopoly, monologue, or monologue and monolingual, all those have to do with the number 1. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to write this definition in your ELA notebook, as well as the meaning of BI, which means by, which means two. All right, bi means two. Bilingual, I can speak 2 different languages. Bicycle has 2 wheels. All right? If I'm looking at the other word, tri, T-R-I, you all know this, and and I'm sure someone already said triangle because it has 3 sides. All right, tri meaning 3. Trilingual means I can speak 3 languages. Triangle has 3 sides. Trilogy is the 3rd movie in a set of movies. So I want you to write the definitions of these in the back of your ELA notebook, pause the video, and then come back to it when you are done. All right, so we are now going to practice this. So make sure that you're on the PowerPoint, practice, and you click the link. It is another Google form, and this one's not too difficult for you. You're going to write your name. All right, in this case, Mr. Taylor Swift. I'm going to click my homeroom teacher. I am in Mr. Key's room. And it says to complete the chart with other words that contain prefixes for UNI, MONO, BI, or TRI. All right, so I'm going to write 3 words that have the word uni in it. United. Uniform. All right, so I would go and I would write 3 words as each of my examples. All right, I would do the same thing with MONO, BI, and TRI. All right, I'm going to choose 1 word from each of those categories and use it in a sentence. So, as an athlete, I wear my team's uniform. That is my sentence for uni. All right, I would do the same thing with mono, bi, and tri. And when I am done, I submit my assignment so Mr. Key can see it on the other end. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to go on this Google form. I want you to pause this video and then come back to the video once you're done submitting your form. All right, welcome back. So we are going to talk about theme, and theme is something we had a little bit of an issue with Module 7. So let's go back to it and help us out a little bit. The theme is the message. In this case, the poet is the person who writes the story or writes the poem, wants the reader to learn. It's also called the moral of the story. So what is the moral of our story? All right, in some poems, the theme will be stated directly. That means they will actually give you the theme right away, and you don't have to do any of that extra stuff to figure it out. All right, when it is implied, the theme is going to be implied in some stories. That means that you're actually going to have to look for references in the story and look for clues and make inferences using your background knowledge on what the author already told you about the theme. That's more of that author and you test strategy. All right, so you have to take what the author tells you as well as what you already know to come up with the theme. That means you're implying the theme. All right, you also have to think carefully about the details in each line, stanza, the whole poem, or sometimes the collection of poems to get the theme. All right, so the meaning of words and the sound of words, even the way they are lined up and arranged, will help you figure out what the theme is. All right, so we have to go and we have to figure out what the theme is, because sometimes it's not stated directly until the end. All right, so we have to think about what happens to our characters, how are those characters reacting, what did they learn, and how do those characters change. So what is the author trying to teach me? All right, some examples means you can overcome challenges. You should be loyal to your friends. You should cooperate to achieve a goal. All right, so we're going to go in, and I would go and I'd complete a page on Google Classroom under classwork. All right, it would be under the week of 4/13/2020, and I did not add this to your work as of yet. So it will be here, and I will actually open it up for you, and it'll be under theme. All right, this is going to go right into Google Classroom. Actually, I can add that right now, so I'm going to create it. I'm going to create an assignment for you while I'm recording this video. So, theme, Module 8, Week 1 is what it is. Complete Google Doc. And you're all going to get your own Google Doc. So, I'm going to add it. Google Drive. All right, so here it is. I added it to my page. And I'm going to give everybody access to their own copy. This is how it looks on my end. All right, and I'm actually going to put points to it. There are 3 questions, 2 points each. All right, and those 2 points each will be, are you answering question answer format? Are you using examples from the story to help me out? And this should all be due by 3 o'clock p.m. on Friday. I will not accept it at 3:01. It's due by 3 o'clock. All right, this is under the topic of the week of 4/13/2020. All right, I'm going to assign. Saved. So now, when you go into Google Classwork or Google Classroom, it is assigning for you right now. So when you go into Google Classroom, you're going to now see this in your class under Classwork. So you click Classwork, week of 4/13, and there it is, theme, Module 8. You will have your own specific one to complete. All right, so it will give you the directions. It will tell you what a theme is. All right, and you're going to start answering your question here. So how does the speaker feel about leaving El Salvador is number 1. What challenges does he face in his new home? How does he respond is number 2. And what message or theme does the author want you to share is number 3. All right, so I would put, how does the speaker feel about El Salvador? I would say, the speaker feels blank about El Salvador. So I would give me question answer format there. That's where I would start typing my response. All right, you'll see I have notes here to tell you where to type your certain responses. So I want you to pause the screen, go on to Google Classroom, and complete this assignment, and then turn it in to me. You have to press turn in. That will appear on your Google Classroom. Oh, look, I gave you directions on how to find this on Google Classroom as well. All right, so I'm also going to go into the elements of poetry today. And poetry can tell you a story and describe a situation or appeal to senses. So a poem always expresses emotion. It expresses experiences. It expresses ideas. All right. Most poems are written in lines and stanzas instead of paragraphs like you're used to. So one line or one sentence or a couple lines would make a stanza. All right, a group of lines within a poem is a stanza. Some poems have a distinct rhythm and rhyme. All right, so you would look at rhythm is a pattern of stressed syllables that create a beat. Rhyming words are words that have the same ending sound at the end of lines. A lot of your lyrics to music and songs are poems. They have their own rhythm. They have their own rhymes sometimes. All right? Think about your rappers. All they're doing is rhyming at the end of each line. It is a form of poetry. All right, so poets look to create a mood by using their words in a fresh way. All right, fresh to death. All right, sometimes that can be described by using figurative language. And what are my figurative languages? I know that you're getting ready to sing because their figurative languages include similes and metaphors and I don't know all the words, but I know that Wyatt does. And it also includes personification. All right? So make sure that you're using those types of figurative language to help you out. All right, remember, sound devices also would include the side of repetition. All right, so lines are words that repeat to stress the importance of a syllable or importance of a word. All right, so make sure that when you're doing this reading assignment, you are completing it with your MyBook 2. So make sure you're reading and completing these assignments with your MyBook 2. Our PowerPoint for this morning is officially complete. I hope you did your best work, and when you press turn in, you are saying, Mr. Key, this is the best I can do. I can do no better than this. Have a day, girls and boys.